In the early 19th century, a Frenchman named Francois Sudre created a musical language called Solresol. And it's based on the 7 notes in the scale, the major scale, the solfege, do, re, mi, and so on. And it's an interesting language because it's essentially designed around synesthesia. There's multiple ways to represent each element of the alphabet. In the English alphabet, we have 26 characters. But there's 2 representations for each character, the lowercase and the uppercase. In Solresol, there's only 7 characters, but there are multiple representations for each character. So we can represent them as do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, or we can sing them in an ascending scale, or we can just number them, 1 through 7. But interestingly, they're also given colors. And there's this idea of the color organ, also from the 19th century. A piano that doesn't play in music, but plays in color. Isaac Asimov designed this flute, the Visisonar. And it was an instrument that didn't just play music, it played colors at the same time. And it had the ability to affect the listener's mind in a very deep way. Sort of like mind control, direct programming. And I'm surprised we don't see that. It was described as the music, the lost music of paradise. It was said that the deaf could understand the beauty of song. And I'm shocked that we don't see this in the modern world. It's suspiciously absent from our technology and our conversation. There's almost no literature on this topic. There's almost no discussion. And as far as I know, there's no practical device that's out there in the market that you can buy that will play this color music. How? Why? This language, Solresol, which is inherently synesthetic, there's multiple ways you can represent this information as song, as numbers. You could speak it sort of like a Latin. You could do it as hand gestures. It has a very interesting alien-looking script that you can write it down in. How is this not more pervasive in our culture? Why are we not teaching this in kindergarten? Richard Feynman described a set of blocks he had in his childhood where the letters were in a particular color. And he developed a sort of synesthesia around this. And maybe some of the listeners have this synesthesia. He saw shapes and numbers in color. Well, he was a Nobel-winning physicist, helped design the atomic bomb, and revolutionized particle physics as we know it. And he described that he could see the equations in color on the chalkboard. They weren't in black and white for him. And that what for most humans is very difficult, solving equations, algebraic manipulation, was very easy for him. He could just move all the green things to one side, all the red things to the other. I don't have that ability. I wish I had learned that in kindergarten. And it seems something extraordinarily powerful and profound and fundamental and relatively cheap and easy to teach. We ask young people to learn French and learn Spanish, so on. Well, 700 million people in the world speak Spanish. How many people speak Solresol? Why are we not teaching these kinds of languages to the next generation? The opportunity that even 1 out of 100 would develop the type of synesthesia that Richard Feynman possessed could completely change our scientific and technical reality, just like he did. I want to know if anybody's heard of this language, Solresol. And if you have, let us know below. We would love to know what you think.